Good morning, guys, from Quartzsite, Arizona. Like my coffee cup? Don't be a tater hater. Good morning, guys. I made it out here. By the way, if you don't know, RTR stands for the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. It's hosted by a man named Bob Wells, Cheap RV Living on YouTube, and he got the permit, so unlike being out in the middle of the desert, he's kind of responsible for the group here, so he does have some rules, and we're going to find out today what those rules are and find out how we can all keep each other happy out here, because I'm not sure if you could tell, but there are a ton of RVs out here in this little area. I'm currently out here in the music section of RTR, not to be confused over there by the communal spot where it's the quiet area. No dust, no driving fast, no music, no generators and all that. So there are some clear different places out here. This is my first year out here. I got to park next to a saguaro cactus. And I mean, it's just a bunch of really cool, a lot of old friends. Terry and Scott are out here, and Carolyn and Aja, and just tons of people out here that I know, and tons more people that I will get to know. Camper van Kevin's over there. I think Kevin and Carolyn are still coming down with the flu, so we're not getting too close to some people. Don't mean to make that sound mean, but I sure don't want the flu. But yeah, there's an orientation happening this morning where Bob Wells is going to talk to us and give us a little calendar of events about what's going on here. And then basically, a lot of people are just going to hang out here and get to know people. There's some seminars about stuff. I may be doing some stuff at my RV, just small group type stuff about editing or filming. I would love to meet people. If like I said, I put the GPS coordinates of where I'm parked in the desert over there in the video description below. So if you're out here, you could just follow it on Google Maps or Waze and walk right here after you park. So I may not be at the RV at all times, guys, because I am going to do stuff. I'm going to take the scooter out and go explore the big tent and all the vendors and stuff. And I may go off into the mountains as well. We'll just see. And this is my time to enjoy the company of others, because there are a lot of introverts out here, and this is our time to do as much as we feel comfortable with other people, and still be able to produce videos. I've got Wi-Fi out here, just don't have any TV stations, so I will get this uploaded as soon as possible, pretty much as live as I've ever been with a 1-day delay. How's that sound? Yeah, okay. Also out here by my RV, I don't have the cones out, but I am just warning people, we have a lot of kitty cats in this part of camp. So just letting people know they could be around. My neighbor Greg over there has the bird in the window. Hey there, Skipper. I don't know too many nomadic birds. That's pretty cool, dude. Okay, and lastly, let's just get this out of the way, cover this real quick in case a lot of people are saying, Eric's selling his scooter. Well, guys, I might be upgrading to what I really want. And so if that were to happen, if I were to even consider that, I would physically need to get rid of the scooter so that I would have room on the back hitch for what I really want. So if you're interested and you're here at the RTR, or you're coming to the RTR, it's a really good scooter, and I got a good price on it, just so you know, because all of the other PCXs that are on Craigslist are at least $2,500. And so again, it's a 2011, it's got 4,500 miles. I'm asking $1,800. I might take $1,500 and then put that $1,500 into what I really want to put on the back of the RV. So it runs great, no problems. Goes 65 miles an hour with me. The only imperfections on it are a little bit of paint. I don't know if you can see that, some paint chip missing right there when it was laid down once, and a little bit right there. Otherwise, I mean, I don't want to call it mint, but it runs great. It's perfect. And like I said, the only reason I'm selling it is because I found what I really want, and that's all I'm going to say. If it doesn't sell, I won't be heartbroken. For the right price, I might even, if you have your RV, I'll include the hitch, the carrier and stuff like that. But then I would just need to rebuy it before I get the other one. So anyway, you can hit me up here in the RV or on my email, ericjacobs1463@yahoo.com. So we're still walking, trying to find, look at all these road treks, guys. We've hit road trek camper van section. It's all over there. I guess this is where they all want to park. That's awesome. Yeah, so it looks like nobody showed up this year, guys. RTR is a total bust. Oh man. So we're gonna sign in here and get a button and
People in the back of the row.
What happens is people just come back for the later. They don't need to.
Yeah, you're just going.
thank you, Beth.
I was going to say, once you write it,
Now, come on.
Well, I'm back here in the nosebleed section, but I think we'll be able to hear him over the speaker. We'll see. Look at all the people. All right, just got back from the first orientation there by Bob Wells. Thought I might just film a couple things, but you know, and I'm not hating or anything, but there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of rules. You can't film him over there at all. There's a no camera rule. Whatever. I did not know that prior to coming, and I know there's a lot of people that still filmed him anyway and are going to upload that video. But anyway, I'll respect that. And as far as other people, I'm only going to be filming people that voluntarily say it's okay, because I don't want to intrude on somebody else's private space. But you know, there's plenty of people over here that are going to be happy to be on camera and to share their rig, maybe with you and I as well here on YouTube. And we'll just see how that kind of works out. This is an open area, so there's no assumption of privacy out here in the desert. So, like I said, I'm not going to go on and on about it. But yeah, lots and lots and lots of rules, but most of it's common sense, guys, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to enjoy the desert out here. So Jax is over there. He thinks it's lunchtime. Yeah, he's been yowling at me. And one of my viewers just came up here. Look at this shirt he's wearing. Look at that shirt. That's looking good on you, buddy. What's your name?
Dave Sinclair.
Dave, nice to meet you. And what's your YouTube channel, buddy?
Down the road we go.
Down the road we go. I really appreciate it. I like your little setup there.
Yeah.
That looks good. Right on. Well, I'll put a link in the video description to your channel in case anybody wants to check it out. Cool. So they know you're going to be filming here as well.
Right.
Have a good week.
You too. Take care.
What does Jax think about all these people coming by to say hi? Is that weird? He's like, Dad, how do they all know my name? I don't know anybody's name. They all know me. What's up with that, Dad? I don't know, man. Maybe you're famous on YouTube? It could be. One of the issues as far as having Jax outside is these burrs that are all over the place in the rock. Some of the dog owners have noticed them too, but these are getting stuck in their dog's paws and they're all over hidden in the rocks. And I really, really don't like it when Jack steps on those. He's not avoiding them when he's out here. So I haven't found a real safe spot for Jax to really be outside. It's kind of why I'm happy I got the stroller. But hey, I don't know how much of these I'm going to do as far as touring and stuff, but Lance actually has a really neat, very neat custom cargo trailer over here converted into an RV. And I got a couple looks at it, and I mean, I was amazed and shocked. And so that's why I really, really want to share this with you, since he's allowing us to go inside and take a look. So we're going to go over there and look at that. But don't worry, guys, I'm not going to turn this channel into an RV tour channel. It's just really nice to share a few things with you. So let's go talk to him.
Well, my name is Lance. My YouTube channel is LB Rove. The camper here is a 2016 Diamond Cargo car hauler. It's 8.5 feet wide, 16 feet long, up to the beginning of the V-nose. I chose this for a custom install, and I'll show you the inside. I decided a couple years back to get into the camping thing, and I was looking at factory builds. I wasn't all that impressed with the quality of them, and you know, with a little bit of research, it wasn't hard to find out that brand new units, rigs, are having all kinds of issues with either leaks or you know, just flawed designs in the thing, plus the whole layout thing. I didn't find anything that actually appealed to my layout for me. So having the skills to being able to build all this stuff, I just took it upon myself to do a layout using a car hauler, which I've used cargo trailers throughout my life, and I knew they held up well without leaks or anything like that. So I figured that was a great platform to start with. And then it just turned into this. The way I did it was I basically scaled out the floor. I chose the components that are in here that were set given dimensions, and then I cut little scaled versions of those out and started doing the layout in here using what. And my advantage, I guess, is that because I build cabinets for a living, I was able to fit cabinets in between any space I needed to do the put it all together, basically. Yeah, it was never my intention to do it full time, but as I got into this, I really just enjoyed being in this space and getting away from the everyday grind of working. And it's been a year and a half. I've been in this full time, and although I do station myself out of a specific area, I try and get away as much as possible for as long as possible, just to break that whole monotony up of the everyday work thing. Let me show you around a little bit. Well, this is the living room and couch, which also could be a bed if I need to use it as that, and if I'm too lazy to pull the bed down. It's you know, it's a convenient place to take a nap, and it also has all the water storage underneath here. It's 44 gallons, two 22-gallon tanks, and then I got the little pump, and it's got a pressure thing too, so I can regulate a 50-pound pressure in the water system. This is the Murphy bed that I built. I did look into buying the kit that had all the pivots and the lift assists and everything to get this together, but they were kind of pricey, and after looking at a few other videos on Murphy beds, I realized you can build this whole system for probably less than 50 bucks. And these little blocks are basically the supports for the bed that when they come down, and then I can also take the tabletop and slide it in the window here. What I have in the bottoms are actually boat swivel seats as my pivot points that make this hinge like it does. And then I just went ahead and got, I think they're 150 or 175 pound lift assist springs that help, you know, bring that down and pick it back up with a lot more ease than if you just had the weight of it, because it is kind of heavy. It is a full 12-inch memory foam bed, and then it's got that cool gel top, so I think that makes it weigh a little bit more. So the solar system, I have 1,000 watts of Renogy panels up on the top. They are ran in series and parallel. The system here, this is just an Ames. It's a 24 volt 3,000 watt inverter that will peak, I believe, at 9,000 for 4 minutes or so if necessary, but that's totally unnecessary. This is a breaker box. I can shut any of these components off individually and work with whichever one I need to, which again hasn't been much of an issue to have to deal with anything. I got the classic charge controller, and the batteries are all under here where you see these little vents, and I can from time to time check the connections to make sure everything's tightened up. They're all right here. It's a little tight to get in, or I can pull this top right off and get to them if necessary, but everything's been holding up well with all that. So this is the climate control. It's a Pioneer mini split inverter, and this is for the air conditioning and heat. The condenser to it's out front in the V-nose. Alright, so these are the cabinets that I generally build, and they're the same as what I would do for any of my customers back in Florida. The standard stuff that I always use is they're all soft close cabinetry. Every door soft closes like that, and the drawers also. These particular ones are a birch veneer that's just lacquered, and it does have here is just the under cabinet lighting that I don't know if that brightens anything up for you or not.
Right outside, but yeah, I can see it.
But and the drawers, same thing. It's all a birch veneer that's put onto an MDF front or door that I make up myself. The rest of the camper, as far as like the ceiling and everything else, that's actually 3/4 inch birch plywood that comes pre-finished, so I didn't have to do any finishing on this, and that's also what is on the interior of the cabinets. So everything is you know, got a nice finish to it. The drawers do have also a soft close feature that you just, it goes right in, and the boxes of the drawers do have everything is dovetailed in. Well, as far as the appliances go, this is just a little 22-inch wide propane. It's a full stove. You got the 4 burners, you got the oven and a broiler. It's a Home Depot unit, same with the sink and faucet that came from Home Depot, and actually this little Avanti fridge too, residential size fridge. Oh, behind the fridge here too, I have a 3-stage filtration system. It's a pleated charcoal, an activated charcoal, and a porcelain filter, which enables me, say for instance I'm up in the hills of Tennessee and there's a stream close by, I can take that little transfer pump that I had mentioned earlier out from underneath, drop that right in the creek, plug it in, and draw water right from the creek up into my tanks that's already filtered and drinkable right away. And of course I do use the Bokeh too on top of that for my cooking and coffee, and I drink a lot of water. So, well, here's how I get clean. This is I think it's a 32 by 32 vinyl insert shower, and I very simply just grab, it also doubles up as my closet, you can see. I just grab the stuff hanging and I can put it on any of these hooks to open it all up. This little washing machine pops right out. It's only about 12 pounds, and I do have a little more water there. But this is the shower, and that does have hot water that I have. It's an EcoTemp L10 in the V-nose above the condenser, which is a on-demand hot water system that works fine for, I have nice hot showers.
And where's your toilet?
My toilet is under the sink in a bucket in a bag. I personally did not want to deal with a black tank. It's my own pet peeve thing that kind of skeeves me out a little, and I just prefer using the bag and getting rid of it right away. Typically, in other situations, I do have a shovel. I'll just go out in the woods, I'll dig a hole, do my thing, and that's my bathroom. I can show you my master bath and guest bath if we want to go outside. Okay. Here's the master bath. So, in the V-nose, I kind of use this as a utility shed. I have saws, hatchets, shovels. The condenser to the mini split inside is here. I have 2, I think they're 20-gallon propane tanks, and my hot water heater is up here. It would be difficult to see. It is a little tight in there, and there is access to all this stuff from inside. One area is behind the oven and the other area is behind the refrigerator. Okay. So I could get in. That's how I actually have to get the big stuff out. But these access doors are more or less just for the ventilation for this, because it runs a lot. Well, thanks again for coming and touring the rig. Again, my YouTube channel is LB Rove, and if you want to contact me to discuss potential builds, you can get me at lbrove@yahoo.com.
Pretty awesome, right? All right, so guys, here's what we're gonna do. I am not going to be here all the time. As a matter of fact, I want to take a break already. I just want to keep it fun, and I want to keep the content fresh, and I want to go explore, and I want to share as much of that with you as possible. So in my next video, I won't be here in this exact spot, and more on that later. But remember, with the week to come, you guys can always look in the video description. The live GPS coordinates of my most recent video, that is going to be where I'm really at while I maintain about a 2 to 3 day delay. Sound good?